talked about the problems. Is there any solutions?
Well, but like I said, you know, how are you going to stir the souls of people? That's the big thing. You getting, you know, you go to these churches, you know, just like me, over here, people in there. I mean, there's no kid college. I mean, below 40 anymore is almost non-existent. A lot of churches we go to, I said, just, you know, just the elders in there, and that's about it. And, you know, the country lost its morals. I mean, and I think that that's the biggest problem we got right now. If we get back the way this country was founded, you know, so we spend more time on these gay marriages and gay adoptions and things like that, and people, I mean, the work, I mean, you know, the deals on that is, it's like a smoke screen almost, you know, things going on, and it's like on an international level, all these bases are closing, you know. Here 2 weeks ago, we had a group of special forces that came back from Afghanistan, and they, within a few days, they got another deployment. But usually on a deployment, it tells you what country you're going to, but not where you're going. It's just blank. They couldn't figure out what was going on. But what happened was, under this North American, I can't think of the general's name, out of Colorado was under that, but they brought these, I mean, the special forces, the guys that's been in there for years, it's not the guards, the SEALs and the special guys, they got deployed to New York for civil unrest. Remember the stock market dropped way down? There's over 20,000 of them got sent around New Jersey and Fort Warren and all that in the area in case something, I mean, if it went on down, they're going to use them guys underneath these Homeland Security, and that's unconstitutional. I mean, so it is well, just like that Deepwater port down there in Manitou. I mean, we've been trying to find somebody to give us an answer. Why are we closing down our Deepwater ports and all that? I mean, because the Navy's important still to us, and so is the Air Force, you know, out down there, you know, with the MAWACS, watching all that, you know, area of Columbia and all that down in there. So, I mean, it's just amazing everything that's going on, and that this national media is not touching any of it. It's not been on Fox either. You know, I mean, it's been.
I've asked this question a lot of times to a lot of people. What is it that our present government doesn't know about living within your means? Why do we have to keep raising the national debt limit? This has been going on for over 35 years.
Right. It's been raised 35 times the last 4 years, right? Yeah. But
we got roughly 52% of America paying taxes. We got roughly 48% living off of the 52.
oh, there's a, glad you brought that up. There's a video from Amazon.com. It's called Inside Job. It's the biggest rental right now in Asia and Europe. And it's the 8 guys that put together all this scam with Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae, the derivatives, and all the insurance. You know, they insured, they knew some of the big loans was bad loans, and they insured them up to 13 times. And the federal government paid, you know, I mean, that's what, but Harvard University, the finance professors was interviewed, they helped structure this thing, suck $1 trillion out of our economy, you know, worldwide, and it's just amazing. And when you, and that's another video that's been blocked from you guys seeing it. I mean, because Amazon is an international company, you can order that. It's about an hour and a half to 2 hours long. But I tell you what, you want to take some Alka-Seltzer before you do. It's really upsetting. Yeah.
I moved here a year ago, and I still read the Indianapolis paper. The reason I'm here at this meeting is because what I read in the paper, Indianapolis, it's kind of it's not a real good paper to read because there's only one paper in it. You only get one opinion. But that paper said the reason the ceiling on the debt, all that problem stemmed from the people.
That's what I'm saying. It's demonizing. They got to focus on somebody that's do a smoke
I
screen.
came to this meeting to see what you're all about.
Yeah.
You're driving with the newspaper.
Right. And And they did the same thing to, George Washington, Samuel Adams, all that. I mean, there's a lot of Americans didn't want to, have a free America. And, when that all started up, if you go back and read the history, I mean, just like I said, the guys here in this letter one, I mean, they went after the families, the kids, the real estate. It's just really interesting things they went through,
Do you have anything to ask from us?
Or some way or another, I don't know how you get the people's mind and soul to find, to actually get, to recognize what's actually happening here. I mean, we're going down.
We're a nation complacent.
We're complacent, you're sure right there.
Sit in front of the tube.
But, I don't know how you activate people, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I go to a lot of churches and stuff all the time, and we got different videos and things to show and things, this one you watched the other day, I mean, we're down in Davies County, and that really got some of them fired up, But they got, I mean, you go down in Davies County, Washington, and go into Walmart, I mean, you're probably the only English-speaking person there. I mean, it's so full of Mexicans, it's unbelievable how many people are down there now. And the Amish, that's what's really interesting, because, that you got all them Amish there that don't have anything to do with it, so it's really, it's interesting, but yeah.
The biggest way to activate 48% of America right now is to give them something.
Yeah, handouts, yeah, that's right. When they send them to everybody with a $200 check or a lot of people, they thought that was just, I just couldn't get over that. I mean, yeah.
Well, as long as government keeps giving things away, people are gonna keep taking it. Now they're giving school lunches, talking about doing that for all kids. It never ends. We have to be strong and elect people in there. We're gonna have some guts to say no to something, and to say no to some of the the other side, the Democratic liberals, that don't hesitate at all to call us every name under the hood.
Right.
And we just don't lay down and take it. We've got
I've been
to
used, I said back when they were trying to get the gun and wet bans, remember when Clinton was in office, then the Oklahoma City bombing. Well, at that point in time, there's only 6 of us in the legislature, we still say that's the Second Amendment, and in the Indianapolis paper, it had our 6 paper, and my picture is right on the seam on this side, and on this side, they had the Klan running across. It's just amazing how they put everything together, so I mean, because you support certain things, but it is, I mean, but the power of the press, I mean, you buy it by the ink pen, only buy it by the barrel, so it's hard to fight it, just.
I read this thing in the paper, the paper, and I read it about 2 to 3 years ago, and it mentioned how many thousands of children in Indiana were getting free breakfast and free lunch at school, and 85% of those children getting free lunch and free breakfast all had cell phones. Explain that.
That's true, yeah. We got, I say it's, we got a latchkey society. I mean, we got about, I think, in this area here, we got probably 44 to 45% grandparents raising kids. We got a lot of, I guess, 40-year-old adolescents running around there, trying to, it's just amazing. I have sponsored a grandparents' rights bill several times, which mine never gets a hearing because it gives the grandparents the right to go to court. What happens a lot of times, especially these meth parents, they're in prison for 6 years. Then they come back home and the grandparents are taking care of these kids for 6 years. It's the only stable environment they ever had. And they don't want to go back to mom and dad. So they try to extort money on mom and dad. If you want to see the kids or see them on the weekends and stuff, you're going to start paying. I mean, that's happened I don't know how many times. It's just amazing. But the grandparents still don't have the right to go to court and file anything. That's what we're trying to, do that. The one that passed, I mean, all it did is put more money in the lawyers' pockets. I mean, that's a bad thing about in the legislature, the lawyers they get blind share, everything's got to go.
Part of the problem with that is America has become a country that you can't discipline your children. And these kids, all these young adults that are on dope or medication or whatever you want to call it, they know they can get all over mom and dad, grandma and grandpa, they'll take care of the kids, but we can still threaten them because they can't do nothing for us.
Right.